I'm Beth Malarkey, a photographer and a writer for Scenes from the Underground, a local web-based magazine here in Tucson, Arizona. Tonight I'm popping my interview cherry with these gentlemen over here from Night Massacre. They're a local metal band that are making big leaps and bounds here in the area. So, hi guys.
Hello.
So why don't we start, you guys give us your names and what you play.
I'm Garrett, I'm vocals.
Ray, bass.
I'm Bill/Matt and drums.
I'm David, Dave, guitar.
Cool. So have you guys ever played in any other bands other than Night Massacre?
I've played in quite a few bands. Night Massacre was actually my first band that was formed with Ray back in like 2005. And then he moved away, and then I played in quite a few different bands, like up in Phoenix and down here, probably like maybe 6 total. They didn't have much longevity, but
Yeah, I was in a few bands before Night Massacre in 2005, and then after I moved away in 2007, I was in like a few projects in Texas, and then I came back and immediately re-hooked up with Garrett and started it all back up.
Awesome, that's pretty cool.
You guys?
I played drums for Outward Inferior since they started. So that was it. Just some other projects, but that's all.
I'm really not from here. I just met Garrett like about 3 years ago. We used to
not that long ago. It was like a year and a half ago.
a year and a half. Yeah.
I started jamming with Dave and another guitar player maybe about a little less than 2 years ago, and then we needed to find other members, and then it kind of fell apart. And then when Ray moved back, basically he didn't have any drums. I said, you should get some drums, and like the next day he bought drums, and then I called up him and the other guitar player, and we started jamming. So
That's how mostly it started. I'm not really from here. I'm from Nogales. I was actually a singer for a band down in Nogales called Imprint of the Unsaved. I was with them for a year and a half, and then from there just broke up, and I decided to move up here and met these guys and started off from there.
So when did you guys officially form what you are now?
January.
January of this year?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I started off with Ray being the drummer, and then we had 2 guitar players, and then there was me. We didn't have a bass player for a while, and then Ray decided he wanted to play bass. So then we had another drummer, and then that didn't work out. Ray went back to drums, and then we had Matt joined, and then we are what we are now.
Nice. So how did the name Night Massacre come about?
Dude, that's a
Well,
good question. So,
I remember a vague story
Everyone always
about
wants
it.
to know. You know?
Well, me and Ray used to play, we had a guitar player and we had a couple different bass players, but I remember bringing a list of names to practice one day for us to try to figure out what we were going to call ourselves. And of those names, I liked Night Massacre the best, but we kind of took a vote on all the names, and that's the one everybody else liked too. And that's kind of how it got picked, but I don't know. When I think of Night Massacre, it reminds me of like some off-Broadway
Serial killer.
like tragedy play or something. That's what I thought in my head, when I first heard it, and that's kind of why I liked it.
Hang on. So you guys don't have any albums out or anything?
no, we're
Yeah. Are
gonna
you working
start
on something?
recording. Hopefully, we're gonna start recording an EP next week. Yeah, with a guitarist from Endless Endeavor. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So when are you hoping that'll all be out, you think?
Well, hopefully it won't take us too long to record. It's going to be about 6 songs, so I don't know how long it's going to take for us to do the full recording of it, but
A couple of days probably.
we're going to try to knock it out as quickly as possible and get it done. So hopefully by this time next month it'll be out already.
Nice. So any upcoming shows, guys?
Yes.
So many
Yes.
of them.
We have July 3rd at the Nile Underground with I Omega, and then
And that's
we
in
have,
Phoenix, correct?
That's in Phoenix or Mesa, and then July 24th with A Distant Calm and a band name that's long and
Kardashev.
Kardashev.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's July 24th, and then August 1st at Space Smoke Shop with we don't know who. August 17th at the Rock, which I'm not sure those bands, and then August 29th at the Rock, which is about all the bands.
Yeah.
So you got a nice big, thick schedule to plan.
Yeah, it's
for.
been about three shows a month, and I'm holding back from booking September, but I could do it.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah, just to see how things go. We did have July 10th with Blueprints of Destruction, July 10th. But
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Oh, the runway?
yeah, but it's lots of confusion to try and book shows there, because it went from the bump steer to the runway, and then you need to talk to someone, then talk to a different person. It just got crazy.
Mm.
So, and they just ended up not putting us on the flyer, so I didn't ask questions.
Oh. Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
So what kind of genre do you guys think you guys fit into, or how would you tell people about yourselves? What kind of music would you guys say that you guys play?
Well, we kind of have a different, well, me and Ray have a very similar taste in music. We like kind of hardcore type music, so that's kind of where we always venture out when we're writing or trying to play or something. Matt likes to, well, why don't you tell him, Matt, what you
I love lots of death metal. That's extreme metal, the metal you can't play anymore, like 5 minutes and you're done metal. So, that's kind of metal I like. It's a different change, and it's pretty good. Can't lie.
We kind of try to, I don't know, having like a different influence, we kind of try to mix some of it all together, But I think hardcore, metalcore is kind of the roots of
all
what
these
we
crazy
are.
subgenres. It's just
Yeah.
some form of metal in the non-classic sense, you know? Yeah. What are your influences?
Me?
Dave?
My influences? Like Parkway Drive, that kind of style. Kind of a little bit of Kill Switch Engage kind of style. And I don't know. I'm really into hardcore, but just the way I play, I kind of been playing guitar since I was 12, but I went back to back. I kind of like played drums, I sang and played bass. I went back to guitar now again, so it's kind of hard for me to figure out what I'm actually like, what genre.
We don't really think about it too much when we write. We're kind of just writing whatever comes to mind. Like we don't really think about
It comes out.
if it's fitting into something certain or anything like that.
Yeah.
You just play what you want.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we just kind of like, we just get like the raw structure and the raw sound, and then we just kind of edit it from there.
We go with the flow. That's what they say.
So where can we find out more information about you guys? About all these shows and
man,
this album coming out?
Everything's updated on Facebook, Refurb Nation, Twitter. I've yet to set up Bandcamp, but this is too much to handle. Like it already takes me like, if I sit down and actually start promoting and writing out stuff, like I thought I was sitting there for 20 minutes and it ended up being like 8 hours. It gets crazy. Yeah. So I
Are
can
we
just
like
sit there.
a band mix too?
He is lost in the matrix.
No, band
we're-
mix. I've
Googled
also
it.
signed up for some sort of like musician classified, because we are still looking for a second guitarist to make our sound more full, to do some like melodic harmonies and stuff like that. Some good leads with nice rhythms.
So you're still looking for another guitarist?
Yeah.
Please.
All right, guys. Well, is there anything else you want to let us know about you guys, or?
Pretty
up the
much
floor
like
to you?
as soon as we get all of our recording, merchandise, and a nice budget set up, I've already got contacts to go in a nice big circle from here to Phoenix to San Diego to Chain Reaction, the Doll Hut, which are both in Orange County, and then up to Roxy Theater in Hollywood,
Salt
and then
Lake City.
over to Count Vant in Las Vegas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
did all that?
yeah, and then Murray Theater, I think it is, Salt Lake City, and then I forget the name of the one in Denver, and then from Denver down to the Jam Space in the Albuquerque area, and over to El Paso, down to Las Cruces, and then back to Tucson.
So you've got this whole circle planned.
I have a huge long-term goal. I just need the resources to do it.
Just got to get it all
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, so everything's all done. We're just, waiting
Yeah.
to get there.
We wanted to try to do that sometime at the end of this year, right? Or start it sometime at the end
Yeah.
of this year.
Yeah,
So you're hoping that goal to
Yeah.
go on this tour by at least the end of the year.
Yeah, pretty much like the start of it, I want to say, if everything goes right, from right here, November, but optimistically, I would say January.
Yeah.
Just say we're gonna freeze our balls out there. It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be good for him. He
Better,
dies in the heat.
yeah, better cold than hot.
That's true.
Poor
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
The heat's not my friend.
No.
One job, for sure.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for sitting down with me and answering some questions and whatnot. You guys can find them again on Facebook. I know they're doing pretty good on Reverb Nation.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of that as well. You can check them out at one of their events that they're going to be playing. And I also want to thank everyone for tuning in. And, for more information, you can also check out Scenes from the Underground on Facebook, where we've got album reviews and photos and other events and all kinds of different things on there. And we will see you later.
Something more than